Graduation day is the time to reflect upon yesterday, appreciate today, and most importantly, anticipate a bright and enriching tomorrow. On this day, when each one of you have come so far as a learned professional who is either ready or has already stepped into the corporate world, it is indeed appropriate to stand back, take a breath, and recognize how far we've come. With the hope of better and prosperous future and immense joy and satisfaction of the past, let us mark the beginning of the convocation ceremony. We are extremely privileged to have amongst us our esteemed dignitaries. Dr. Sandeep Marwa, President Asian Education Group, who has joined us virtually for his honored support and blessings. Dr. Sandeep Marwa is a pillar of this institution who has proven time and again that courage and strong will can take you to heights. Dr. Sandeep Marwa is a well known international media person with 7 world records to his credit. He is the founder of Noida Film City and Marwa Studios and Asian Academy of Film and Television, now one of the 10 best film schools in the world. Dr. Sandeep Marwa is associated with large number of television programs, feature films and training films. You will be really amazed to know that Dr. Marwa is the producer of largest number of short films in the world. Sir has trained more than 19,000 media professionals hailing from 145 countries of the world. He is the recipient of large number of national and international awards. He has been heading more than 100 national and international media and social organizations and has been titled as Global Cultural Minister. Dr. Marwa is also the president of International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry and is now the chancellor of Aft University of Media and Arts and has been very respectfully appointed as the chief scout for India. We welcome you, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone.
Our esteemed members on the convocation panel are Dr. Lalit Devi Srivastava, Director, Asian Education Group. Mr. Saurabh Sharma, Director, Asian Education Group.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Mr. Gurdeep Singh Raina, Director, Asian Education Group.
Good afternoon, everyone.
We also have amongst us on the convocation panel Dr. Anubhuti Dwivedi, Dean, Asian Business School.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Dr. Shweta Batra, Dean, Examinations.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Dr. Sunita Verma, Dean, Department of Students' Welfare.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Mr. Ravi Sharma, Dean, Corporate Resource Cell.
Good afternoon, everyone.
To commence with this auspicious ceremony, let us all take the blessings of Lord Ganesha and light the lamp for empowered wisdom. I would like to invite all the esteemed members of the convocation panel to please come forward for lamp lighting ceremony. you so much, sir, and all the esteemed members. Let us mark a positive beginning for this occasion, dear students. I would like to request Dr. Anubhuti Dwivedi, Dean, Asian Business School, to present the welcome address.
A very good afternoon to each and everyone present here. It's my privilege to welcome you all today on this auspicious occasion of the PGDM 2017-19 batch convocation ceremony. I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to our President AEG, Dr. Sandeep Marwa, esteemed directors of the Asian Education Group, Dr. Lalitya Srivastava, Mr. Saurabh Sharma, and Mr. Gurdeep Singh Raina, worthy deans of different departments, faculty members, and my dear students. This is a remarkable day, a very significant day in the life of all of you, because you will today become a part of a very significant proportion of Indian population. Why I say this? Because there are very few people in India who actually get the privilege of becoming postgraduates. According to an HRD survey of 2015, only 8% of Indian population was actually graduate. And you can see even today that the eligible age group, that is 18 to 23 years, we have only 25% people enrolled in graduation or in higher education. Out of that too, only a few complete their graduation journey, and even lesser actually enroll in post-graduation. And because of that, the complete setup of the Indian education system of the higher education is actually misplaced in the sense that very few people in India are actually getting a chance to complete their complete their postgraduate journey. With this, if we see, you have become a very, very privileged group today. You will be becoming as soon as the diplomas are conferred on you. And with this, you have an enriching journey ahead. We always say that knowledge imparts humility. And I would urge all of you to be humble, to be grateful to all the people who have been there in your life journey and have actually contributed to this achievement of yours. You should be grateful to your parents who gave you this opportunity to attain higher education. You should be grateful to your teachers from the school to graduation to post-graduation who actually made your education enriching for you. You should be thankful to the friends, family who were there with you in your highs and your lows, who supported you throughout this journey. And apart from that, students, always remember that this diploma is actually empowering you today. And with great power comes great responsibility. You will be shouldering the responsibility now as leaders when you manage, when you become entrepreneurs. You will be leading your teams. You will be leading many people in this society, in this world, and you have that responsibility to create a change for the better, for positive. And this is in no way a small responsibility. But as alumni of Asian Business School, I'm very sure that all of you have immense caliber and capability to shoulder this responsibility well. With these words, I wish you all the best, and I thank you for being part of the ABS fraternity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an encouraging message. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Saurabh Sharma, Director, Asian Education Group, to kindly address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my proud privilege and honor to address you all at the convocation ceremony of the PGDM 2017-19 batch at Asian Business School. I feel happy for you and also for your parents today because I feel it's an accomplishment for them as well. I feel that this marks the end of one phase for you, which is your educational phase, and the beginning of another phase, which is your working phase or the corporate phase. Now, students, we all know that for the last 10 months, it's been tough for everyone. I think this pandemic has affected each one of us in some way or the other. But I feel there's a lot to learn from this particular pandemic as well. And the biggest learning I feel is the fact that it has taught you to face challenges, or you should be equipping yourself to face challenges. Because see, Just like nobody knew this would happen, life will continue to throw unforeseen challenges at you. And the true art is to acclimatize yourself and learn how to fight these challenges. So I feel you should all be prepared for that. Along with a lot of troubles which this pandemic brought, I feel there's certain good things as well which came forward, and those were very few. But then still, if you look at that in a good way, it was. I think one major thing was technology. All the companies and individuals who were running into any kind of a business or having any kind of a setup had to upgrade their technologies. Just imagine today, we never thought ever before this that we would have a virtual convocation ever. But then the kind of technology advancement which has happened over the past 1 year has definitely given you people a huge advantage. And I'll tell you how. See, you people obviously have been educating yourself for the past few years. You are definitely having an edge over the elderly workforce because somehow they have to acclimatize themselves to get used to this technology, which you anyhow are understanding. Words like social media marketing, digital marketing, these are all not new to you all, but then just imagine would be new to somebody who would be on the higher side of the age front. So definitely an advantage for you over the coming years, because any company would definitely want to have a younger workforce, which is more, you can say, on the caliber front, aware about the technological upgradations. Also, I feel that a concept of work from home very beautifully came into the picture, wherein we also were able to make our staff give that same facility, and even the students as far as their studies were concerned. I think this also sounds very promising over the next few years for you people, because see, if a company had to enhance the workforce, they had to think of many factors which were cost incurring as well. Like if I speak in a layman's language, there had to be a land which was to be bought, there had to be a construction which was to be done, the setup, the furniture. So the overall cost to increase the scale and to do it by increasing the work, you can say the workforce, was not very conducive or possible earlier. But then with the work from home option, I feel the companies are having lesser to risk because the capital funding required is less. And you people stand a huge advantage, because I feel over the next 2-3 years, people would want to scale up and enhance their workforce. Also, there's a beautiful thing which I think somebody I know shared, that they were from a tier 3 or tier 4 city in India, and they were always supposed to move to metro cities for work, which is Delhi or NCR or Mumbai or stuff like that. But then today, the beauty of this particular work from home mode is that people can sit in their hometowns. Relocation, which was a huge issue for people, which was also for them in terms of moving away from their hometown, staying away from their families, has beautifully shaped up in a way which has worked in a kind of a win-win situation for the company as well as for the individuals. So I see the kind of window which it has opened up for you people over the next 4-5 years is going to set a new trend or a new benchmark altogether completely. And you look at the startups as well, no? Like, I'm not talking about the giants like Byju's. I would call it a giant today, even sponsoring Team India, which used to be something very, very elite. But then other people or players like Vedantu, or for that matter, Amazon as well, these people have really scaled up their business over the last 1 year or so. And the reason is that the end user earlier was not much aware as far as internet was concerned, or everybody was not into online shopping, or online was something which some people were very comfortable about, and some of them were just like thinking that maybe we won't require this and we can have our way visiting malls and doing our usual stuff the orthodox way. But then I feel that this particular year has made it a necessity, which was just a choice. And with this, what has happened is when the end user is having a mobile phone with the internet and he's using all these apps and he's using all these softwares, this gives a lot of scope for people to start up new businesses, because the end cost is lesser. You have a target audience who is aware, who is knowing all these technological upgradations. So for some of you to even plan a startup in the future or now is cost effective with a ready audience available. So I would suggest that look at every problem as an opportunity as well, wherein There's one way to look at it that, oh, what do we do? There's a lot of trouble and a business has crashed and this and that. The other way to look at it is that you can actually draw a lot of mileage if you have the correct perspective towards looking at it as well. The other thing which I want to talk about today is the fact that, see, you all already must have started your corporate journey or would be about to start the same. What I've seen over the last 12, 13 years of my interaction with some students is that they somehow have a mindset that probably we'll have everything ready for us in the corporate world. They must have seen certain seniors or their father or their relatives, and somehow they feel that the corporate life would be very easy right from the go. But trust me, it's not so. The initial few years will be very tough. And please understand that this is not tough for you alone. This is tough for every single person in any field of life concerned. The key is to stick on, perseverance. That the people who stick on and try to face the wind or the storm eventually will be able to see that good weather as well. And in your language, I think I would give it or explain it in a very simple way. Like, I'm sure cricket is very popular in the country. And when you talk about test cricket, people say that if the batsman is able to stick around for the first 15, 20 minutes or first couple of overs, then he will get more acclimatized to the conditions and he would end up maybe being on the crease for a longer time. So you just need to face the similar thing or the similar situation. If you compare the first couple of years for you in your company have to be, yes, they would be challenging, but you have to take it head front. It's like a tunnel which you have to clear. You cannot have a shortcut or a bypass without clearing that. It's like you have to plan a journey by plane, and obviously the toughest part or the most tough part is the takeoff because you feel most pressure. So this is a takeoff of your career. So the first initial years would be tough, but then please understand, if you are thinking that I'll quit this, I'll go to another company, I'll quit that, I'll go to another company, nothing would be easy. And if it is easy, it will not be worth it. So please just have that perseverance and stick on. The last thing I again feel, which is practical and very important for you to understand, is the fact that this particular, you can say, phase now we are entering into, you probably will be having your team heads, you probably will be having your seniors in your companies, and obviously they might be giving you certain tough targets as well, because how they look at you is that the young audience, which is on the younger side of the age, has more caliber to take more pressure, can handle pressure very well. So yes, there can be tough situations or tasks coming your way, or they would ideally be coming. Now, there are two ways to look at such bigger problems or tasks which are given to you in your organization. One is that you feel low, you feel sad, you feel demotivated. Second is that you understand that the bigger the problem, the bigger the glory and the bigger the success you get out of it. If Pfizer today has been the first company in Oxford to say or proclaim that they have been able to make a vaccine, every single person in the world knows about Pfizer. Nobody would know the second, third, or the fourth company to that magnitude, the kind of popularity which Pfizer has got. Same way, look at a problem which you get or a task which is tough in an organization as an opportunity for you to cementify your position in that company, to come in the eyes of your seniors or team heads or promoters, and also to be an essential part of that company. So I feel bigger the opportunity, bigger the problem, it's a bigger opportunity for you to shine and showcase your caliber and strength. So look for bigger problems in a company or bigger tasks and don't run away from them. I feel if you actually do these couple of things, definitely you can achieve success in your future. With these words, I would again like to congratulate all of you for this accomplishment today. And I hope that you have a very successful career ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for showing our students such a positive direction. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Lalita V. Srivastava, Director, Asian Education Group, to kindly present the academic report.
Good afternoon, everybody. And it is always a proud privilege to welcome you all to this occasion like convocation. and every year is the time when we actually wait for. And with that, I would like to welcome and with the heartfelt gratitude, Dr. Sandeep Marwa, the President of Asian Education Group, my colleagues, Mr. Saurabh Sharma and Gurdeep Singh Rana, who are the directors for the Asian Education Group, my team of deans, they are present on the convocation dais, faculty members who have actually contributed and made this day possible today. And of course, to all the dear students who are there present today in the campus after, say, 1.5 years' time, and all the students who are there present virtually for this convocation, because I understand this convocation is a very important day, and everybody waits for the convocation day, wearing the robes, that excitement, and coming and receiving that postgraduate diploma. And that had been the experience in so many of the years that we have been here in Asian Business School. And fortunately, unfortunately, this time this convocation is being delayed a bit. And but then this has given that idea that we should not cancel the convocation out of this pandemic. So we had that courage, arranged anything and everything that could be taken care for the safety and the health of our own students and the staff member and the AEG family together. So we decided on the SOPs circulated to all of you, and thankfully a good number of students, 47 around, have actually consented, got ready to submit their COVID report, and then with all those negative reports have come to the campus and making this event possible. Further, say around 66 students are there online attending this convocation. Of course, must have been certain constraints. Otherwise, I'm sure they must also be very eager to attend this convocation program. And say around 32 students, XYZ reasons, are not there present, and their degrees would be awarded to them in absentia. And as everyday responsibility, this came to me once again to present the academic report of this batch. And believe me, every time when I prepare this academic report, I go back into nostalgia, and then right from the interviews of some of the students that we take at the time of admission to the orientation program, which is there held every day, every year, and then my interaction with the new batch in the orientation program. So when I was remembering going back and thinking about the same, I realized that the very first conversation that we had in the auditorium with you all, and then we were talking and discussing about why are we here. And then all the students had some clarity in their mind, some did not have any clarity on the mind, but majority of the people had that we wanted to be a CEO or a manager in the company, HR in the company, and that ways marketing in the corporate world. So when we concluded, I remember we talked about two major things. One was that each one of us is equally abled and have got equal abilities. The only thing is that in these 2 years time of our PGDM program, we need to understand, identify the abilities that we can convert into capabilities, and then further we take it to the perfection, right? So that was one thing that I very clearly remember. And then the second thing I remember was that we all came to the common consensus that after we have joined this program, because we want to be financially independent individuals. I'm very sure the people sitting and listening would agree to that. That was the huge, consensus that we came to, that we want to be financially independent individual after doing this professional course called PGDM. And when I was going through the reports, going through preparing this academic reports and then finding those numbers, I realized that this is the institution which actually prepare students to make their dreams come true. And the examples I would not like to give, it is actually the factual things which is there on the papers, that out of the 148 students admitted to this batch of PGDM 1719, 144 students have cleared their program within the due course of time, and none of the student got a CGPA below 5, which is an achievement in itself. And then more than 11 students have got their CGPA above 8. More than 45 students have CGPA above 7. And more than 65 students have CGPA above 6. So, which is a good academic record for the batch that I look at. You can have a round of applause for yourself, because this is actually the achievement what you have achieved in these 2 years' time. And this again connects to the ability and capability that we were talking. That ability and capabilities, majority of us developed those, converted those ability into the capabilities, and then got the different, identified the different fields there they wanted to work, and then, worked on this with the help of the faculty members, the mentors, the Crafting Prodigy program, the CRC, workshops that had been conducted. And I'm happy that each one of you participated in that and tried to develop your abilities into capabilities. And when it comes to the final results out of it, and when I see the placements records as well, only 3-4 people who could not prepare themselves till the time they passed out, but then the offers were given to them. But all of you had got good jobs at good salaries, and the toppers also got some package of some 15 lakh rupees and got placed in Canada. So that is again, the journey, the transformation, the efforts, the hard work that you had put in, aligned yourself with the thought process of the institution, and actually achieved what you wanted to achieve. So this is a great achievement so far, and I would like to congratulate each one of you for the same. Further to it, now majority of you have started working in your corporates, but and must have faced and realized that the things are different. The things what we look at during the studies, and what we see, what we portray it for ourselves, or what we imagine for it for ourselves in corporate, is totally different. That is the actual, factual, real life that comes to us when we go to the corporate on the very first day, in the very first week, in the very first month, that we come across a lot of things that are new, that are difficult to adjust with, and then we try to adjust, accommodate, and try to prove ourselves. So this is again, I come to that when you are there in your corporate journey, you need to understand certain things. You need to understand the time, which is precious. You need to understand, you need to have patience. Certain things that you are working upon, certain tasks that has been given to you may not give you result in the due course, but please don't give it up. Please keep working, because patience, that works. I always say that, when we run for 100-meter race, it is only the last 10 meters where we actually lose the hope, where our stamina, we get a bit, we feel a bit tired. And that only 10 meters make the major difference. The winners who run don't lose their patience, they go through and they win. So please have that patience. The results would come. Don't, as I said, you need to understand your potential. What potential do you have out of your experience, the skills that you have? probably in corporate, when you go, with your backgrounds, with your interactions, with your initial assignment being given, your managers, your reporting authorities, they know your potential better. So they may give you the tasks which are of higher responsibility, right? But you outrightly said, no, this is not possible for me. Please believe in yourself, believe in the person whom you are reporting to. And if you do that, please see, if you try to match your level, that of potential that you have in your mind, with the people who are actually concerned for you, you will do wonders in their life. So that is the alignment that you need to see. Lot of opportunities, lot of learnings that would come, and you only need to identify and see that how can I make this opportunity, how can I make this learning fruitful for me, how can I avail this opportunity to me, so that I can grow in this corporate world. Believe me, your diligence, your hard work, your patience, all these things put together, you'll sail through in the big way, right? This is always, I remember, I'll not name the student, but I had a conversation when I took the first batch of PGDM 2011 batch, I remember, to Oxford. Then I happened to interact with few of the students, and some of them were actually talking, you know heart to heart. So there was one student who said, sir, life is very difficult. My parents told me when I was in class 9 that if you do your schooling well, you score these many marks in class 10, and then you score these many marks in class 12. After that, you get yourself selected in some, good engineering college, and your life would be, after that, your life would be the best. So I did so, and I got some good 90% marks in class 10, some good 95% marks in class 12, got myself selected to the engineering college, did my hard work there, understood, and passed it with good grades. But then also I realized the life is difficult. So this is some misguidance that my father had given to me. So now I'm actually not bothered. Life would come, that I'm taking the way it comes. Then I told him this thing, that your father was never wrong. It is the different phases of life. When you enter, you actually need to have the same rigor, because the learnings in every phase of life are different, and the struggle is different. So till the time you were in school, the struggles, learning, and effort level was different. When you were in graduation, the things were different. But then actually, when you get into corporate for some time, the learnings were different. Now you have done PGDM. So this is ideally a continuous journey, where the changes would keep coming, the opportunities and learnings would keep coming, but you only have the only choice that you have is to adjust and accommodate yourself according to the opportunities, according to the learnings, according to the people who are coming across. And the only weapon of the self confidence that you have in yourself, knowing yourself right, knowing yourself, your right potential, and the hard work that you put into it, would only help you sail through the journey. And believe me, you'll grow very fast in this corporate world and achieve the success what you wanted to achieve. Probably with the combination of all this, whatever you were planned to achieve, say after 10 years, you'll achieve it in 5 years only. So have trust in yourself, have trust in the institutions you are associated with, and I'm very sure that you'll achieve what you wanted to achieve. So on this day, I would like to congratulate you once again for the achievements so far that you as the individual and all the students of the batch PGDM 2017-19 have achieved. And whatever are the uh, success path that you have gone through, you have achieved in your life so far, are really very great. So I congratulate you, all of you, for that, and congratulate all the faculty members for their efforts that they have put in, and the management and the staff who were actually very, worried and had their concerns for you to complete your course, successfully and do good in your life. So, with all that, I would further wish you the good luck for your life, and assure you that we are there as an institution, always available for you. Anytime, any concern or the help that you require, come back to us. We'll be ready to help you out. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Take care.
Thank you so much, sir, for guiding the students for further life and their success. Now, I would humbly like to request Dr. Sandeep Marwa, President, Asian Education Group, to please address the gathering and enlighten us with his kind words and motivation.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. Let me first take this wonderful opportunity to extend my heartiest congratulations to each and everyone who all are present here, and for organizing such a beautiful and a prestigious convocation, even in these days of pandemic. Let me take this wonderful opportunity also to extend my heartiest congratulations to each and everyone who has been now given this prestigious degree of ABS, and now all of you are a real PGDMs. Well, let me start with two lines. कि छोड़ पेड़ की छांव मुसाफिर, छोड़ पेड़ की छांव, देख दोपहरी ढलती जाती, छाया रूप बदलती जाती, सूरज घूम चला पश्चिम में, दूर बहुत है गांव मुसाफिर, छोड़ पेड़ की छांव मुसाफिर, छोड़ पेड़ की छांव. Respected Dr. Lalit Srivastava ji, Saurabh Sharma ji, Gurdeep Singh Raina ji, Dean Dr. Anubhuti Dwivedi ji, Dr. Shweta Batra, Dr. Sunita Verma, Dean Ravi Sharma, the complete faculty, administration, and the member of the management, and my dearest most students. The time has come and you have to leave the shadow of this huge big tree, and you have to be right on the road to struggle in this beautiful but ruthless corporate world. Mind you, things are not that easy the way they look like. It's a tough world. It's a ruthless world. And time is over when you have been pampered enough in this institution, at home, and everything is being given to you just on your one word or at your demand. Now you have to be out of these two very important stations, the institution and home, to earn your bread, to earn your reputation, to earn your living, and to make one wonderful, beautiful career. Remember, my dear friends, that unless and until you're out of your comfort zone, you just cannot be an achiever in life. That's, you have to mark it today itself. It's a very old proverb that if you really want to achieve something in life, then you have to be out of your comfort zone. My dear friends, what I'm trying to tell you here is that chhod ped ki chhav musafir, chhod ped ki chhav. You have to leave these two comfortable stations, your institution and your home, to move forward to make your career. Dekh dupehri dhalti jati, chhaya roop badalti jati. Things are changing. Now you won't find same courtesies, same pleasure, same behavior. Probably everything is going to change once you are in a corporate world, once you are in a market, once when you have to show your capacity and capabilities, what you have learned in the institution, whatever you have been trained for, what you have been educated for, whatever you've been asked to do. Now it's a time for you to prove to the world that yes, you are now capable and ready to do that. Time is moving, time is leaving. I'm sure when you came and joined ABS, probably you must have thought that, oh my God, 2 years I'm going to be here. But today, if you look back, all that time has just flown. It's just flown, it's gone. And you are now much more trained, educated, and an expert. But remember that Always respect time. That's a very important thing which I would love to tell you, my dear friends. Please respect time, and the time is going to respect you for all time to come. Only those people have become achievers, only those people have attained success and created a name for themselves who have actually been respecting time. Make it a point that you have to respect time. And once you're going to respect time, I swear, I promise you, the time is going to respect you. It may be a little late, but you are bound to be successful in your life. दूर बहुत है गांव मुसाफिर छोड़ पेड़ की छांव. The village is far off. That means destinations are little far off. Don't expect too much from your own self. Don't expect too much from people around you. But then work hard on day-to-day basis and see to it that your today's job is the best. And tomorrow you have to perform better than the yesterday. That should be your target, and you are slowly and gradually will become master in your trade. लंबी टेढ़ी क्रूर डगर है, जग केवल अविराम स्थल है, रख दे अंगारों के मुख पर तू लोहे के पांव मुसाफिर, छोड़ पेड़ की छांव मुसाफिर, छोड़ पेड़ की छांव. The roads are not that lucrative. They're not simple, mind you. Road to success, they are long, they are curved, they are full of distortions and irritations. You have to cross these roads day by day, minute by minute. There'll be so many problems, unforeseen circumstances. You can't even imagine in your life, and suddenly you'll find a problem right in front of you. So make yourself a very strong person right now. This is the time when you have to build up a stamina, and this stamina it's not available in the market, mind you. You have to develop that kind of a stamina within you. Make yourself strong enough to face any sort of unforeseen circumstances. That will make you a real strong person, and that will take you to will make you to cross all these tough roads. And what you have to do is, you have to cross the angaras. What is angara? जब कोयला जल के लाल हो जाता है, तो उसको अंगारा कहा जाता है. Imagine life is not bed of roses. You will find all these kind of angaras right in front of you, and you have to cross these kind of roads when you are walking towards your goal, towards your destination. So what you have to do is, you have to make your feet as strong as iron feet. And that will make you move on these tough roads and will make you strong enough to face all sort of unforeseen circumstances. बल पौरुष घुड़दौड़ यहाँ है, अमर सतत आराम कहाँ है, बाजी लगी हुई है पगले, फेंक विजय के पांव मुसाफिर, छोड़ पेड़ की छांव मुसाफिर, छोड़ पेड़ की छांव. बल पौरुष घुड़दौड़ यहाँ है. It's the age of competition. Remember that. Survival of the fittest. So you have to read a lot, learn a lot, put a new CD, new IC in yourself, that I have to be a learner. I have to learn things every day. What all you have learned in ABS probably is good enough to start your career, is good enough to enter into the industry, is good enough to touch the corporate world. But if you really want to grow, remember that learning is a process. You have to keep on studying your subject, keep on understanding things, keep on discussing, keep on attending short-term courses so that you can grow. You can raise the level of your education, training, and your caliber, which is what is required, my dear friends. Remember that. It's an age of competition, and unless and until you are the best, you will never be able to grow. You will never be able to get promotion. You will never be able to achieve what you have in mind. So keep on learning. That's my very humble advice to all of you. Amar satat aram kahan hai? Remember that the time of taking extraordinary liberty from everyone is over. You have to stand to your commitment. You have to be hardworking. You have to be honest to your profession. And remember that the harder you work, the better you'll grow. Because I have learned in my life that there is no second alternative to hard work. With no money, with no background, with no approach, with no setup, We have come up to this stage only by working hard, by honestly working hard, and we are honest to our own profession, which is required, my dear friends. बाजी लगी हुई है पगले फेंक विजय के पांव मुसाफिर. Develop a very positive thinking within you. You have to be an achiever. You have to think that, yes, I am an achiever and I have to win the world. I have to prove myself. I have proved to my superiors, to my juniors, to my colleagues, to my parents, to my teachers, to my institution that I am capable enough to win the world. I have to prove to the world. And for that, you develop one positive thinking that I have to be achiever, if not today, tomorrow. And that will give you enough strength, stamina, and it'll raise the level of your capacity to work hard and to reach to wherever and whatever height you are thinking of. My dear friends, what a pleasure to see you all here in this campus. What a pleasure to talk to you on web. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that a new batch of ABS is walking out of the institution, and you are the guys who are now going to create a name for yourself, for your family, for the institution, for your teachers, and we want to feel proud of you. We want that each and every one of you should be successful and do very well in life. You have to have a very strong and a wonderful career ahead. This is what I think. And before I close, I would love to give you a mantra from A to G. It's a real mantra which you must remember. It should get into your blood, in your bloodstream. A to G formula. When I say A means attitude and ambitious. You have to be ambitious in life. मुझे कुछ करना है, कुछ करके दिखाना है. Be ambitious, but then side by side, have to have a very polite, humble, down to earth attitude if you really want to climb the heights of the mountain. It's an old proverb. When you climb the mountain, you have to bend down. If you're going to be too straight or backward, you're going to fall down. So remember that. Develop a wonderful attitude. Wherever you go, people should love you. People should like you. They would love your presence, that he or she is a wonderful person. And that only comes when you have a very humble attitude. Be for believe. Never lose your confidence. Believe in yourself. Believe in your education. Believe in your parents. Believe in your superiors. Work hard and listen to them. Obey them. See, your things will be much easier. Walking will be much easier for you. But believe that, yes, I can do it. That should be your belief. C comes for confidence. C comes with commitment, and C comes with communication. All three C's are very important today, my dear friends. Confidence, I'm sure you have, because you're passing out today from one of the most prestigious and a very important institution of this country, mind you. And commitment you have learned in this institution, mind you. Commitment. रघुपति प्रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए. अपनी कमिटमेंट की वजह से ही रामचंद्र ने कितना बड़ा नाम कमा लिया. So commitment is very important. And third very important C is your communication. Work on it. We have been giving you special classes on communication, mind you. Learn more. See to it that you can express yourself. See to it that you can do well. See that you are talking in the most appropriate manner. You are soft. You are polite to people. Even if you have no words, no vocabulary, it doesn't matter. But if you are polite to people, I swear on God, you will win the game. You will be the achiever one good day. D stands for dedication. You have to be a dedicated worker. Wherever you go, small designation, big post, GM, PM, whatever you are. But then the dedication must be reflected from your body language, that you are a serious person when it comes to your profession, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your work. That should be reflected from your body language, and that is enough to prove and to create a perception in your own company or wherever you're going to work or working, that yes, this is the person I would love to retain, work with him, and I want him to be successful. People will promote you automatically without even your putting up an application, mind you. E stands for enthusiasm. Never lose enthusiasm. Life is not easy. It's full of tough work. It's full of unforeseen circumstances. People never get disheartened. People will try to put you down, but never feel disheartened. Even if you are not doing too well, never lose your enthusiasm, because enthusiasm is the key to success. Remember that. And develop that enthusiasm, that every day with the rising sun, gain that new energy to work whatever little or small you are in or going to get into it. Remember that. F is focus. And remember that what you cannot just learn the whole world. You just cannot specialize in each and everything, but you can definitely mark your lines, to at least two parallel lines, that I would love to walk in between these two lines, and that will take you to a straight parallel line much faster to your destination than opting for A, B, C, D and getting confused with so many things at the same time. Focus yourself, concentrate on that subject, and I swear I'm telling you, you will be right on the track and will move fast. And last but not the least is G. G stands for goal. Write down your goal, go back home, make a diary, make a notebook. New Year is coming up. Start from today, start from first, that what are my goals in life? What I want to be, what I should do to make myself a perfect person, how I'm going to be a good human being, how I'm going to be a corporate head, how I'm write down these points, write down not once, many times, and that your writing will give you a new energy. It will add on to your positive thinking, and it will give you a stamina to work hard, that yes, this is what I feel like, this is what I'm writing, this is what I'm going to be at one good day. And I'm happy that if you're listening to me, you will obey me, you will listen to me, and you will believe in my experience. And I have brought my 40 years of working experience into these A to G formula, which I would love to give to my students so that they can grow in life to the best. I would love to see you in best of the positions, in best of the businesses, and me and the whole team of ABS would like to feel proud of you. We want to say that we are proud of the students of Asian Business School. With all these words, I bless you. I pray for your success, and I wish you a very, very successful 2021. All the best, and God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for being a constant source of energy and motivation and always guiding our students in the right direction. Before we move forward, I think it's time to acknowledge and award the topper of the batch for her indispensable efforts and dedication towards academics at large. This award goes to a student who has proven with her will and persistence that nothing is impossible. She is none other than Nupur Sharma. I would like to request Dr. Anubhuti Dwivedi, Dean Asian Business School, to present the award for the topper. Thank you so much, ma'am, and congratulations. Moving ahead, I would like to request Mr. Gurdeep Singh Raina, Director, Asian Education Group, to please address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dear students, I would like to congratulate you all on the successful completion of your education at Asian Business School. This day marks a major milestone in your life. Your parents, guardians, and many others who have nurtured and supported you throughout the education journey at Asian Business School. This day comes as a reward for your hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. No, you have a great responsibility towards the society and the country. The principle of social responsibility should be deeply present in your action. Your stay on the campus has brought your friendship and the association that will remain forever memories in your life. The time you have spent here has exposed you in many ideas that have shaped your life, much more than you have realized. Your confidence in yourself and the knowledge you have gained here will ensure good performance in the professional world ahead. I advise you to uphold the values like trustworthiness, honesty, and helping the needy. Enjoy what you do and work for the excellence. Innovate and differentiate for enhancing the values and be a contributor. You will be remembered for your contributions. Be honest with yourself and those around you. You will see all the doubts and fears running away from you. Finally, as you receive your respective diplomas, you will move on to face great challenges ahead. You must bear in mind that this would be significance only if you follow the right principle in your life. Here, I would like to share a small inspiring story with for all you. Once, a professor entered the classroom with a glass jar, rocks, pebbles, and sand. The students were assumed amused to see what he was up to. First, he started filling the rocks into the jar until he could not add any more. He asked the students if the jar was full. Everybody nodded yes. He then started putting the small pebbles inside the jar, which went inside through the small gaps. And he shook the jar to allow the pebbles to get into the vacant space in between the rocks. He asked the same questions to the student, and they again said the jar was full. Finally, he poured the sand inside the jar, which went through the minute gaps and got filled in the jar. The professor explained that this is how you set your priorities in life. Rocks are your family, rock are like your family and health, while pebbles are your career, house, hobbies, and friendship. And sand is like least priorities in life, like your like unnecessary quarrels and egos. If you put sand in the jar first, it will get easily filled by leaving no space for the rocks and pebbles. The moral of story is that you should identify your priorities in life and develop a good strategy to work towards upfilling it rather than wasting your time and efforts unnecessary aspect of life. Before I conclude, let me tell you that we at Asian Business School would be most happy to see you grow in your professional life and become innovator, entrepreneurs, and job creator, thereby contributing even more to Indian economy. So go for your dreams and fulfill your ambitions, and thereby make us all proud for your achievement. On the behalf of Asian Business School, I wish you all success and happiness in your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing such an inspiring story and motivating our students. I would like to request Dr. Shweta Batra, Dean Examinations, to present the convocation oath. Dear students, I request all of you to please rise up. Take out the oath document from your respective kits. Extend your right hand forward and read the oath along with ma'am.
A very good afternoon, students. Kindly repeat your oath along with me. Now, being admitted to the profession of management, I pledge myself to the service of my motherland. I recognize my obligation to serve my organization, my community, my society, and my profession. The growth of my country will be my first consideration. I will place the interests of organization and will be responsible for job above my desire for personal or monetary gain. I will hold in confidence to perform best all time. I recognize that I have responsibilities towards my community to promote its welfare and speak out against injustice. I will use my skills to serve those in need with openness and without bias. I will faithfully observe the ethics of my profession and promote its integrity through honest and respectful relations with fellow professionals. At all times, I will maintain the highest standards of personal and professional behavior and encourage my colleagues to do the same. I am indebted to those who have taught me the art of my profession. I pledge to improve my skills through a continuous commitment to learning. I will strive to advance my profession by seeking and sharing new knowledge and by re examining the ideas and practices of the past. I recognize that the ability of my profession is to perform best. I promise to maintain my own well being and will assist my colleagues to do the same. Through this mutual support, we will preserve the highest standards of professionalism as set forth by this oath. I take this oath freely and upon my honor. Thank you.
Thank you, dear students. You can all settle down.
Fantastic. Wonderful.
Dear students, with the prior consent of our president, Asian Education Group, and all the directors, we're now beginning to award the students of Asian Business School who have been examined and found eligible for the award of postgraduate diploma in management and are present in the campus today. I would request all the dignitaries on the panel to come forward and let's commence with the award ceremony. I request the students to attend to their names and come on the stage as their names are called upon. Abhinav Prakash. Aditya Sharma. Ankit Sharma. Arjun Kumar. Arushi Mahajan. Ashutosh Kumar Singh. Chandan Kumar Rai. Chaya Duggal. Deepak Kumar. Garv Mehendru. Gaurav Sisodia. Geetika Marwaha, Dheeraj Chandwani, Janisar Akhtar, Karan Kumar, Komal Man, Kripa Sara Saji, Kritika Pragrotra, Manisha Gupta, Neeraj Kumar, Neeru Kamboj, Neha Kumari, Nikhil Singla, Pooja Bharti Meher, Pooja Singh, Prakriti Singh, Praveen Mittal, Rajlakshmi Mohapatra, Rajarshi Sandilya Datta, Raman Pratap Singh Rajput, Ravneet Kaur, Ruchi Jain, Saloni Bansal, Sagnita Das, Sangeeta Das, Satyajit, Shashank Saini, Shakil Sharma, Shivnandan Bhagat, Kruti Sharma, Sudarshan Singh, Utkarsh Shani, Varun Yadav, Vinayak Chopra, Vivek, Thank you so much, panelists, and congratulations to all the students. With the prior permission and consent of President AG and all the directors, we are now awarding the diploma to the students who are attending the convocation virtually, and your certificates shall be displayed virtually on the screen. Abhishek Anand, Abhishek Gupta, Abhishek Kumar Pandey, Abhishek Sharma, Abhishek Singh, Abir Nayak, Aman Saroha, Anmol Jain, Apurva Pandey, Arjun Singh Tomar, Ashish Ranjan, Ayushi Garg, Bhesh Kumar Sahu, Chanchal Chaurasia, Deepak Chaudhary, Deepak Kumar, Dipanshu Agarwal, Deepkant Shukla, Dini Dhawan, Divya Gulcha, Divya Pulats, Garima Gupta, Gaurav Sikarwar, Geetika Arora, Jayesh Nigam, Vijay Kant, Kaustubh Chaudhary, Kiran Kumari, Kausik Kumar Singh, Kundan Ganguly, Kundan Kumar Singh, Meghna Mohan, Navneet Singh, Neeraj Kumar Sharma, Neha Parveen, Pankaj Kumar Yadav, Pompi Datta, Paulami Das, Rajat Dwivedi, Raju Kumar, Rishabh Singhal, Sandeep Kumar Singh, Sandhya Tyagi, Soumya Singh, Syed Muqaddas Hussain, Syed Raza Ali, Shagun Gupta, Sharik, Simran Gulati, Sneh Kumar Pandey, Sneha, Sonia Singh, Saugata Mukherjee, Sparsh Keshari, Subi Thomas, Sumit Samanta, Supriya Mondal, Suyash Chaudhary, Upendra, Vatsal Talwar, Vikas Kumar, Vishal Sengar, Yamini Gupta, Yash Pradhan, Yashvi Garg, Zeba Praveen Siddiqui. Congratulations to all the students. With the prior permission of President Asian Education Group and all the directors, we are now awarding the students who have been examined and qualified for the award of Diploma in Management but are not present today at the convocation are being awarded the Diploma in Absentia.
Yeah.
I would now like to request Dr. Lalite Veer Srivastav, Director, Asian Education Group, to please confer the postgraduate diploma in management to the students present for convocation today.
By the virtue of the power vested with me as a director of Asian Business School, I confer upon you the postgraduate diploma in management and charge that even in your life and conversation, you will show yourself worthy of the same. You can now turn your bow from left to right. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to request Dr. Sunita Verma, Dean, Department of Student Welfare, to please address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, with a very proud feeling, I would like to congratulate each one of you present here and join virtually for the convocation ceremony. A warmest congratulations on your graduation. You all will remember this day, and so will all of us who are here cheering you on. The degree in your hand is a set of wings that will help you fly away and burst out of the horizon into a new world called your life. A life with lot many desires, a life with lot many dreams, a life full of action and responsibilities. Responsibility to accomplish your desire, responsibility to fulfill your dreams, responsibility to take onus of all your actions. Remember one thing before you begin new era of your life. Whatever you do, never stop learning, exploring, growing, and challenging yourself to do your best. Your education, your learning, your experience is the only pillar you can lean on. Make sure you draft your own book for the journey ahead. Be the author, not the reader of your own life. To conclude, treasure this moment of success and embrace your step ahead for a beautiful life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for leaving such a positive note for our students. I would like to request Mr. Ravi Sharma, Dean, Corporate Resource Cell, to present the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this most important and prestigious convocation program for batch 2017-2019. Firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Sandeep Marwa, President Asian Education Group, for his continuous guidance and gracing this memorable event for all these students. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to thank Dr. Lalita Srivastava sir, Saurav sir, and Gudeep sir for the continuous guidance and motivation. My colleagues, respected HODs on the dais, Dr. Anubhuti Devedi, Dr. Sunita Verma, Dr. Shweta Batra, and my faculty members. And the students, before I propose the vote of thanks to you, let me congratulate you for completing your degree and having started with the new beginning. You all have been working with your respective companies. And let me tell you that the time has come wherein you cannot have any if or any but it is all going to be about the nuts. And that you will have to decide on your own journey that you want to settle with either peanuts, cashew nuts, or almonds. I wish that you all should be settling high, that we are proud of you. You are not the part of the family for those 2 years. Let me tell you, you will breathe Asian Business School, and we all will always be proud of you the moment we live for. Lastly, I would like to say only one thing to you, that nothing comes with compromises, nothing comes so easy. Speakers in the program has already given you a right approach towards your career ahead. My only advice would be, do not look back at what you have lost. Only see what you can achieve. And let me tell you with all confidence and proud that Asian Business School has already given those skills that you will never be able to settle for less in your life. Lastly, the last advice which I want to give you is that never have that fear of doing something new or losing your job. Always become an asset to your organization. Let your employer have the fear of losing you rather you're having on the other side. My heartiest congratulations to all the parents because it is like a dream come true for many of the parents that they want to see their child in the robe and they're receiving their degrees. All the best to everyone, and I look forward for the continuous interaction with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wishes and message for our students. With due permissions of all the dignitaries present here, our president, all the director sirs, and academic panelists here, we are now announcing the convocation closed. I would request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem.
Jai Hind.
Thank you, everyone.